Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Robert, the Massage Mogul. Good morning, everybody. First, let me just say I want to take a few minutes out just to talk to you about some things. I get a lot of emails and calls about relationships and emails and stuff like that. And so today my heart is a little bit heavy. I almost feel like when it comes to relationships, many of us are fighting, or we feel like we're fighting a losing battle. There's a part of me that at times I just want to give up and throw in the towel, and because it's just a lot of work. I'm at the point in my life at the age of 42 where I played enough games. I've ran around enough. I've been married before, messed up that marriage, and so I'm at the point in my life where now I'm taking full responsibility for every single thing in my life. Rich, poor, black or white. Robert Ballard is responsible for it. Ladies, I really want to encourage you that if you find somebody that's taking full responsibility for his life. He can never assume responsibility for your relationship or your life unless he first takes responsibility for his life. Fellas, I guess let me just keep it real. Like at some point we gotta stop running game. At some point we gotta mature. At some point, sex can't be the ultimate goal and everything. And it's not for all the fellas, but for the fellas who are of this mindset, let me just talk to you directly. I'm at the point now where I want men to be men. I want to be around men, not running around, not cheating on their girl, not compromising their relationship, not compromising their relationship with their kids, but taking responsibility for everything, good, bad, and ugly. I made a lot of mistakes. I made a ton of mistakes. I'm at the point now where, not that I'm not going to make any more mistakes, but I just want to be better. I just want to be better. That is my heart, that is my soul, and that is my cry. At the end of the day, the next time I get married, it's got to be it. But I'm doing a lot of work on me. I'm doing a lot of work on Robert. I'm reading, I'm studying, I'm praying. I went to church. I joined the church, not because I need some type of godly counsel and I had some type of revelation, but because I know Robert needs to be better for Robert. And the better I become for me, the better I can become for the world and ultimately my next family. And so I guess this morning my heart is heavy because, ladies, don't compromise. It's not about you having standards, but it's about compromising your value system. If you know you value a man that wants to go to church, then don't compromise that. Don't back off of it. And I say this all the time. And a man who's truly in love with you will move heaven and earth to be with you. A man who wants to be with you, he will rearrange his job schedule. He will take out his 401k. He will do whatever it is in his power to make sure his life now lines up with your life. So it's not about compromising. When a man is in love, he will grow and he will change. There's been some recent situations in my life that caused me to evaluate a lot of my thoughts and theories and things that I thought I was right in relationships. And at the end of the day, as a man, as I look back over my dating history and you enter into people's lives and you come out of people's lives, a lot of times, fellas, it's not them, it's us. And then we have to begin to ask ourselves, well, what am I doing wrong? Where do I need to grow? What do I need to do to better this situation? Because at the end of the day, nobody wants to be alone. And if you do want to be alone, make your purpose, make that known up front. Let her know, listen, I'm good with being alone. I just can date, I'm not looking for no relationship. Be upfront. Because you're either going to get what you're going to get from it or you're not. And so I guess at the end of the day, what my heart is crying for is that we build a dream. In my book, I wrote 10 Steps to Dating a Strong Black Woman. The last chapter is on being a power couple. I don't know about you, but I know in my life, that's what I want for my life. I want my relationship to touch the world on any level. See, being a power couple is not about making money. It's not about traveling the world. It's not about, being such a great life changer. Being a power couple means that you can get out of debt. Being a power couple can mean you raise really good kids together. Whatever it is that you want to define. But I do believe that every single one of us have a heart and a dream to at least grow in a relationship where we can be effective at some point to the world. That is my heart and that is my cry. It's not easy. It's very, very challenging. And I do believe it takes teamwork. But fellas, we have a big role to play in this. At some point, we have to realize and recognize our responsibility in the relationship. under God. We have to realize and recognize that, yo, if our attitudes is messed up, we can't bring that home. You know, a friend, my friend recently shared with me a very, very good point about, you know, relationships and about marriage. And she said, Robert, when a man comes home, if he has a bad day, the same way you get to the doorstep and you wipe your feet off and you leave them dirty shoes at the door, you need to leave the dirty attitude at the door also. And that little example hit home with me because I can remember being married and coming home because I was mad at my boss or at my job, or I was unfulfilled in myself. Because fellas, you know, we go through that. When we're unhappy at our jobs, when we feel like we're not fulfilling our God-given talent or our dreams, we take that home and we punish our families for that. And I'm guilty of that. Maybe you're not, but I'm guilty of that. And so I want to challenge you, and I'm challenging myself as a man, to leave that garbage at the door. And when we put that key in the door, let's try our best to go in this thing with a clean mind, with a clean heart, and with a clean spirit. We gotta listen. Our America and our relationships will rise and fall on the man's ability to develop himself emotionally and spiritually. I believe that. Now, I hope you believe it, or maybe you don't believe it. But I think at the end of the day, I just don't want to see anybody hurt. I don't want to be hurt. Ladies, not for nothing, but the same way you're afraid in relationships, as a man, we get afraid in relationships. We get afraid to open up to you. We get afraid to share with you because the last woman that we did that to killed us. And not for nothing, a man's bounce back in a relationship is a little bit longer than what a woman's bounce back is. And so, you know, we need to grow and develop all of these things. So I hope that this helps somebody. Fellas, let's make this happen. Let's go into 2014 with passion and purpose. And at least, if nothing else, let's just start putting aside the games. And let's get help. Let's read books. You know, shout out to my brother Stephen King, who's a great help to me when it comes to mentoring me in relationships. And him and his wife, Stephen and Tina King, they're phenomenal examples of what a black relationship ought to be like. You know, I hope I'm not all over the place. I just wanted to share my heart because it's very, very heavy. Fellas, personal development is the key. If we can learn to connect spiritually and emotionally to our partners and our mates, I do believe that we can grow phenomenal relationships. We can be power couples. We can change our families around. We can bring our families and our kids into a much, much better place. Ladies, don't compromise your value system. Fellas, have a value system. Communicate your value system. Let her know, hey, listen, this is how I feel. This is what I want. And I can see us together doing it together. Do everything in your power. Fellas, let's do everything in our power to make these relationships work. I love you. I'm Robert Ballard, the Massage Mogul. I hope this helped. Peace.